Hello. I don't know if you guys can see this video, if you can just hear the voiceover, but my name is Terica, and for my presentation, I decided that it would be a little less boring if I made it have a theme. And the most constant thing in my life has always been books, so I made the theme books. So I called this presentation, My Life is Just Books. And so what I did is I just picked three different books that I liked a lot as I was growing up, and then I kind of tied them in so you can get to know a little bit more about me. So here we go. Um, so at the beginning of my life, I really liked, this is like the first chapter book I ever read was A Little Princess, and magical book, you should read it. But I grew up in Idaho, so that's why I put Potato Princess. So I'm from Idaho Falls originally. I'm the youngest child in a family of six, so four children. Um, Pretty much what you need to know about me has been the same since I was very little, which is that I love books and I love writing. Even before I knew how to write, my mom would I would like dictate stories to her and she would type them out for me and save them. They were basically like incoherent, weird things that I would just say, but she wrote them all down. She's a great mom. She still is a great mom. And oh, okay, and then the book A Little Princess, she's super rich and people think she's going to be really spoiled. And then it turns out that she becomes impoverished and she's actually quite nice. And so I also chose that book because I'm the youngest and usually people think that youngest children are really spoiled. I was not like that. All I ever wanted to do was like help my older siblings and be their favorite. And I cried very easily and I was very easy to tease. I still am very easy to tease. Um, Also, this is not related to the book at all, but I feel like it's important to my identity as a person. I like noodles a lot. Okay. Next book is Jane Eyre. I read a lot of classical literature as I got older. I liked it better than contemporary literature, not because it's like better written, because I thought the words were prettier, and that's important to me. And so I chose the book Jane Eyre for my midlife crisis. Jane is going through a hard time trying to figure out her identity during this book. It's kind of like a Bildungsroman, or however you say that, like a coming of age story. So anyways, I became very obsessed with my identity. I wanted to be like a perfect person. So I got really into school. I was in a lot of very hard classes. I took as many hard classes as I could think of, even things that I was not good at, just because. And then this is my parents were thrilled. I loved church growing up. It was just one of my favorite things. Still is, of course, but this was very definitive in my life. So I was on the seminary council. I was the class president. Actually, my ward was very small. I was the class president every time I moved up a level, but I think that's just because there weren't that many people to choose from. But I took like a lot of pride in it. And then I earned my women's medallion a couple times. I forget what that little award was called with the bumblebee, but I got him. Um, Also, one word that I would use to describe myself and Jane Eyre is scrupulosity. I was very obsessed with doing just the right thing all of the time, and that's kind of how she is. She's a woman of integrity. But anyways, that coupled with my obsession with school and being quite introverted made it so I had very good grades. And I also did, I took the ACT and the SAT a few times, so I got really good scores. And I ended up getting a couple different offers for a full tuition scholarship, but my dream school down in Provo, BYU, I got offered a full ride there, so I took it. That brings us to our next book, and also the last book, Catch-22. So I chose this for a pretty self-explanatory reason. Well, not self-explanatory because you don't know me, but I'll explain it. Catch-22 is a not fun book to read, and my college experience was also not very fun for me. It was actually to start with, but to summarize, I got down there. I went to BYU for 2 semesters, had the time of my life, but I got really, really sick. And I was kind of in denial of how sick I was. I was pretty much like dying. and I just wanted to keep going there because I loved it, and I was very proud of my scholarship, and my friends were there, and it was a fun place to be in. But the catch-22 was that I couldn't stay there or I would die, basically. I needed to come home and get better. So that's what I ended up doing. And so I had to say goodbye to Provo, and I withdrew and I gave up my scholarship. But it has been a great blessing. Obviously, I did not die, which I'm quite grateful for. And I get to go to BYU, Idaho, which is so nice because I get to live with my sister who lives here, and I love it. It's a wonderful school, and I get to work because I get to take classes online, so it's just really, really great. So maybe not a catch-22 after. It ended up okay. Unlike this book, don't read it. It's very sad. Okay, and then just like current day, there's not a book. I just went to New York City. This is a picture of me there in the subway. As you can tell, I was just delighted to be there. It was very fun. Also, I'm wearing my Hamilton sweatshirt. The best. I'm obsessed with Hamilton. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm excited to meet you all. I know this is like weird and long, but fun little break from other, I don't know. Okay, anyways, bye!